Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 3. We want to explain about science-based campus creativity and innovation. The members of the group are Lia Alfiana, Wafik Faiz, and Katarina Mauren. Here, we want to discuss about three subtopics. The first is role of innovation and creativity in product and service development. Second, superior product and service development. And the third is quality function development or QFD. Role of innovation and creativity in product and service development. Innovation has an important role in developing of products and services in business. Entrepreneurial success in the world is caused by creativity in developing products. The example of successful companies such as Microsoft, Sony, Apple, and Toyota. Microsoft and creativity. The CEO and the founder of Microsoft is Bill Gates. He claims that Microsoft is the result as his thought. His company has begun from a simple style and basement, and it had been the developer of dominantly software in the world. Bill Gates is a creative person that can apply creativity for any market technique development. The next is dismantle the code of World War II. Turret machine is a machine to construe messages effectively along World War II from British intelligence agency. Turret machine was used until 1944. Then, British made an invention, namely computer. It used to break Germany new codes. British government commanded to destroy computer after the day, and the name of the first computer was given a name ENIAC. The next is creativity and DNA. The structure of DNA was found by James Watson, that is a geneticist from America, and Francis Crick. He is a physicist from British. In 1953, one of the scientists dreamed there was two snakes which are related each other and dance. Thus dream be the beginning of two strands of DNA that made up a double helix. Serra's short-sightedness. In 1970, Serra's Palo Alto Research Center, or PARC, opened in Palo Alto, California. Serra's prepared special laboratory for this with some of interdisciplinary researcher team and brainstormers. Team created private computer, namely Alto, first local network area, and commercial laser printer. Also an innovation such as computational on-screen symbol system icon and pointer of mouse toward problem command. Management of Xerox was clever in recognizing that paperless offices are inevitable. Then they decided to be the creative pioneers in the field. But management of Xerox failed to know its creativity because Steve Jobs from Apple and Bill Gates from Microsoft used some creation from Xerox laboratory and prototype strategy. The next is creativity in Apple computers. The founder of Apple is Steve Jobs. Apple had big ideas and people liked this computer because it was simple and easy to use. Apple had problem, the technique of idea that was far ahead, but managerial and marketing approach were stingy. It more proper with last century thinking. Apple didn't create their operating system was widely available, so that increased application and demand for their computers. By competition, Apple come back to create something new and more better. So, why we should develop superior products and services? There are two things. The first, develop superior products and services is an important thing for entrepreneur. The second is rapid changes in taste, technology, and intense competition. According to Kotler, 1987, a company can obtain new product from two ways that are first acquisition, namely by buying the entire company, patents, or licenses to make other companies' products. The second is through the development of new products in the company's research and development itself, such as the original product development, product improvement, product modification, and brands. To minimize the risk and allocate the source of investigation wisely, the entrepreneur must consider each factors. The first is whether the specification of the new product or service that will be produced can fulfill customer needs. The second is whether the new product or service is marketable. Next, is the process of making this product well mastered? How do products and services compare to competing products? And the last, how the marketing strategy for new products or services will be used?
Innovation management. Innovation management plays an important role in the growth of company and mastering competition. An entrepreneur needs it to arrange ideas of creativity and innovation that may be very much. The existence of these ideas must be arranged systematically to suit business development through a structured, systematic, sufficient, and sustainable system. It should be realized by entrepreneurs that out of 1,000 brilliant ideas, maybe only one will be innovative. So, to produce 100 types of products in 1 year, it takes 100,000 brilliant ideas. The number of ideas will require good innovation management to avoid ideas that have accumulated and are too late to be introduced in the market. Errors in launching products and services or being introduced late to the market will lead to potential loss of income and loss of ability to compete with others. Entrepreneurs must also realize that there are many fundamental changes in how companies generate new ideas and values and bring them to the market during the 20th century. This is very important, considering that new entrepreneurs, especially students, know what has happened in innovation management developed by superior companies and even existing competitors first. Entrepreneurs need to know that the movement of concept change or innovation theory gives birth to a journey through the regeneration of concepts and approaches with, which then gives birth to changes in the generation of innovation. Here there are two perspectives in deconstructing the innovation model generation. The first model according to Rothwell and Davenport 2003. The first or second generation occurred in 1960 and up, and this generation simple linear model pulled the need and drive of technology. The third generation occurred in 1970 and up. Coupling models recognize interaction between different elements and feedback between them. The fourth generation occurred in 1990 and up. The parallel model integration between companies upstream with key suppliers and downstream with active demand and customers emphasizes relationship and alliance. The fifth generation occurred in 2000 and up. Integration of system and broad networks, responses to adaptation and flexibility, continuous testing and experimentation. The second perspective is according to Rothwell, 1994. The first generation technology pose. The area of innovation emphasizes more on the foundation of the Industrial Revolution. Innovation comes with new technology to develop products and production. The second generation need pull. The innovation area is based on the market and consumer focus where consumers suppress the needs and response of production technology, marketing determines the role of the emergence of new ideas. The third generation coupling model. The innovation area is developing into a grouping model. Marketing might require new ideas, but production technology provides a solution. Alternatively, R&D develops new ideas for marketing with market feedback. R&D and marketing merge into strong relationship. The fourth generation integrated model. An integrated innovation model shows that R&D and marketing have integrated activities together with suppliers and eliminated grouped roles to lead consumers. The fifth generation system integration and networking model. The developed innovation model integrates partner strategies with suppliers and consumers through a robust system and has strong collaboration between marketing and research, emphasis on flexibility and speed of development with a focus on quality and other factors. So, by realizing that change and innovation management now play an important and growing role, it is time for new entrepreneurs to recognize how to take advantage of these innovation developments. Students as prospective entrepreneurs need to understand what products have been created and then become global products. The following are various examples of invention produced by the fifth generation of innovation that have colored the world and even changed consumer behavior. The first is ballpoint pen. Brother Ladislau and Greg Bureau, where Ladislau was a journalist fed up with filling pens and correcting blogs, developed ballpoint in 1938. Although they were called ballpoint pens, some countries still call them Braille. The second is plaster. Get modern Earl Dixon, a Johnson & Johnson employee, came with plaster for his wife. He often suffered wounds and burns in the kitchen, and he made him a supply of gauze boxes attached to the tape, covering the tape carefully with crinoline to stop the glue from drying out. And the third is Coca-Cola. In May 9, 1886, Coca-Cola was discovered by Dr. John Pemberton, a pharmacist from Atlanta, Georgia. He concocted the Coca-Cola formula in 3-leg brass kettle in his backyard as a nerve stimulant, or more popular was tonic and headache medicine. Coca-Cola went on sale at the end of that year as the valuable tonic and nerve stimulant properties of the coca and cola beans, not yet sweetened with sugar but grapes. Although not yet known as the daily drink, but then Coca-Cola as a trademark more than 100 years ago can claim wider recognition of the day compared to other brands in the world. The fourth is electric guitar. Although there are a number of disputes that find the first electric guitar, Leo Fender gets credit for developing the first mass-produced electric solid-body guitar. An electronic enthusiast, Fender experimented with ways to make the guitar harder and became interested in guitar design after fixing the customer external pickup. He developed a solid-body guitar with wooden beams and magnetic pickup connected to amplifier. Fenders were produced in 1948. Next is Doug Biscuit. Initially a bakery owner of F. H. Bennett made new items from meat, milk, and mineral products in 1908. When the National Biscuit Company bought the Bennett store, the product came out in 1931 under the name Bone Milk, which was actually a bread creation. The next is Frisbee. Students in New England know that empty cookie cans from baking co. Frisbee of Bridgeport, Connecticut can be thrown and caught. In 1948, Los Angeles building inspector William Morrison and partner Warren Francis took the idea one step further and created a plastic version of a pipe plate that would sail away. The couple split up, but Morrison pursued the idea and produced plastic toys, giving it patent title age. The owner of the WMO toy company bought the design right and named it Frisbee in honor of the bakery. The next is heart surgery, bypass, and transplant. In early 1893, African-American surgeon Daniel Hale Williams sewed a stepped pericardium. Research by Johnson H. Gibbon Jr. led to a 1953 operation about heart failure patient using machine to shell blood. Michael DeBakey underwent the first coronary bypass operation in 1964 using blood vessel in the transplanted leg to cut the block of arteries to the heart. In 1967, Christian Bernard and team of 20 surgeons completed the first heart transplant into a human. Louis, South Africa grocery store Wesenke. Wesenke was given an immune suppressant to stop the rejection of donor organ, but he died of pneumonia 18 days then. The next is insulin. For decades, medical science has sought treatment for diabetes at the time of the death penalty in many cases. In 1921, a research team at the University of Toronto isolated insulin, a hormone in the pancreas that allows the body to digest human carbohydrates and change the lives of many patients. Frederick Banting, Charles H. Bass, J.G.R. McLeod, and J.B. Colib are credited with the discovery and subsequent clinical trial. It wasn't until the 1980s that scientists discovered methods for producing human insulin rather than using animal insulin in treatment. For the next is the Internet. In 1960, the U.S. Department of Defense created the Advanced Research Project Agency Network, shortened with ARPANET, as a means of securing sensitive communication. One of ARPANET's most popular features is electronic mail. As the use of the ARPANET expanded, the military formed its own network as it did other federal agencies. This network, or Internet, came together in 1980 when a common language was created for all computers. In 1991, Swiss-based CERN developed the World Wide Web. The next is liquid paper. In the early 1950s, Betty Nesmith, a single mother, encountered an electronic typewriter at the work of a new secretary to cover up many mistakes. He filled empty nail bottles with water-based paint. Colleagues began asking for their own bottle, and a friend suggested he sell local products. Using kitchen and garage as laboratories and warehouse, he improved formulas and began filling hundreds of orders in his off hours. After the substance she first called mistake code and then changed it to liquid paper, which was received mention in Tourist magazine. She finally quit her job and built it in the cottage industry. Gillette was paid $48 million for his company in 1979.
The next is goods and service selection. Product decisions are fundamental and have major implications for operating function. Product decision will affect the cost of capital equipment, layout design, space requirement, expertise of the people employed, raw materials, and the process used. On the one hand, doing business in a rare field makes the heart calm because of the lack of competitor. But on the other hand, business people need patience because the products sold are not primary public goods. Meanwhile, when choosing product that the market needs in large number, there must be many competitors. Developing a product means meeting the needs of consumer as a solution to the problem while producing quality. Therefore, understanding is need to feel how to develop product and at the same time need to pay attention to consumer or customer. Next is quality function deployment. Quality function deployment is a process of determining customer desires about things that consumers want and translating them into attributes of product and service so that each functional area of business can understand and implement them. The tool used in QFD is use of quality, which is a graphical technique to explain the relationship between consumer desires and product. This is a use of quality. They are interrelationship between technical descriptor and then technical descriptor, customer requirement, relationship between requirement and descriptor, priorities customer requirement, and priorities technical descriptor. According to Cohen, the steps in preparing a home of quality are as follows. First, step 1, customer need matrix. This stage include decide who the customer is, then collecting qualitative data in the form of wants and needs of consumers, then compile these wants and needs, and the last is making affinity diagram. This is a QFD matrix. They are interrelationship between technical descriptor and then relationship between customer requirement and technical descriptor. This is a customer needs in a QFD diagram. They are customer requirement, then primary, secondary, and tertiary. The next is technical explanation on QFD diagram. The diagram, they are technical descriptors and then primary, secondary, and tertiary. The next is relationship of customer needs with technical explanation in QFD diagram or L-shaped diagram. They are customer requirement, then technical descriptor, and primary and secondary. This is a evaluation of relationship between customer needs and technical explanation on QFD diagram. The next is step 2, planning matrix. This stage aims to measure customer needs and set satisfaction performance goals. This is a production planning QFD diagram. They are part of design requirement and part quality characteristic. Step 3, technical response. At this stage, the transformation of non-technical consumer needs into data of a technical nature is carried out to meet those needs. This is a QFD diagram of product process planning. They are part quality characteristic and key process operation. Step 4, determine the relationship of technical response to consumer needs. This stage determines how strong the relationship is between technical response in stage 3 and consumer needs in stage 1. This is a product launch planning in the QFD diagram. They are key process operation and production requirement. The next is stage 5, technical correlation. This stage maps the relationship and interest between quality characteristic replacement or technical response, so that it can be seen if one technical response is influenced or influences the other technical response in the production process, and it can be therefore to avoid bottlenecks. And the last is stage 6, benchmarking and targeting. At this stage, the company needs to determine which technical response they want to concentrate on and how it compares to similar product.
Okay, this is the end of our explanation. We do apologize for any mistakes and thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.